Hey, it's Holly. Welcome back to Living at Country. In today's video, we have a Christmas home tour to share for our 25 days of Christmas. And we have Kim here from Pine Bend Home sharing her 2024 Christmas home tour. I know so many of you look forward to her home tours each year and each season on our channel. So I'm so thrilled to welcome her back. Get ready for some amazing Christmas decorating. And every year it just changes so much and she just outdoes herself each year. She is honestly remarkable. I will leave her past Christmas home tours down below for you guys to take a peek at, get inspired. They are great tours to put on your TV because you can get inspiration all day long. And without further ado, let's welcome Kim and tour her beautiful home.
Hey Holly, thank you so much for having me back for the Christmas season. Everybody, my name is Kim and you can find me on Instagram over at Pine Bend Home. I cannot wait to share my home with you for this 2024 Christmas home tour. For the very first time, I am opening up and touring my entire home. Every single room in my home is open for the tour this year. So I hope that you will be inspired. I have been working on decorating since October 5th. That is when all the tubs and bins came down from the attic. So I have decorated everywhere from the front porch, the living room, all of the bedrooms, even the kids' bedrooms, game room, laundry room. It's all decorated and ready to show you guys. So I hope you guys will sit back and relax and leave a little bit inspired. I want to wish you, from my family to yours, a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. I hope that you can enjoy this season with your family, your friends, and your loved ones, and create and make some wonderful memories at such a magical time of the year. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to my home for Christmas 2024. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you again so much for joining me on my 2024 Christmas home tour. You guys give me such love and support over on my Instagram page at Pine Bend Home, and I get a lot of requests throughout the year to do home tours. So it really is quite a joy and an honor of mine to be able to share my home with you. As you know, if you've been here before, when you first walk into the entryway, this is where I set up my Christmas tree every year. The entryway opens to the second story, so I'm able to put a 9.5-foot tree here. If it were not for the light fixture, I could definitely put a 12-foot tree. But this one fills the space nicely. I decorated this tree in a way that I have never done before, and I love the way that it turned out. It is just overflowing with all of these gold ornaments in all different sizes, berries and stems, and lots of faux foliage. This was a labor of love, I can tell you that much. It took me a couple of weeks to get this done, as I would just work on it a little bit at a time. To secure all the ornaments and make sure that they stayed for the entire season, I zip tied all the ornaments into the tree. That also allowed for me to be able to get them clustered tightly together. And I'm loving all of the burgundy and the deep reds. And I really just love the way that it all came together. At the entryway is also the staircase that goes all the way up to my children's rooms and to my craft room. I draped the stair railing in a Real Touch garland. And this is this year's entryway tree. Right off the entry is a sweet little nook. This actually used to be the entrance into another downstairs bedroom that many years ago I closed up and added the shiplap and this antique hall tree mirror, which has some of the hats that I wear to round top. To decorate for the holidays with artwork, what I will do is just download digital prints and have them printed and just change out the artwork in my existing frames. So this antique mirror with some gilded gold looks great with just that nutcracker print that I had printed locally. Also off the entryway is a downstairs powder bathroom. This was the very first wallpaper project that I ever attempted. In the once white shiplap, I painted this really dark, moody green color. It's called Jasper by Sherwin-Williams. And this picture ledge was an easy DIY project that I was able to do in just an afternoon. Again, just taking existing frames and switching out the artwork for some holiday artwork. Even in a bathroom, I love the opportunity to display art. So even though this bathroom is quite small, she still packs a lot of charm. Off of the entryway is a room that my kids like to call the reading room. My kids tend to name the rooms in the house based on the way that I use them. I definitely love to curl up in here and read by the fire. This room is full of art and antiques. I'm an avid collector. I love to thrift, hunt for antiques, bring them back to life, restore them. I'm fortunate to have 2 fireplaces in this home. So twice the mantles to decorate for Christmas. I really enjoyed getting creative with the mantles this year. I wanted something rustic, asymmetrical, something that would kind of just drape and swoop off the end. I love to display all different types of my collections. There are a lot of different things that I collect. I am definitely loving wallpaper. It is such a great way to add texture and pattern. I was so glad to see it making a comeback in the past few years. William Morris is a designer and artist that has greatly influenced me. This is his famous snake's head design. I love the moody element that it adds. This is definitely one of the favorite rooms of mine in the home. And then off of the reading room, we move into the main living space in the home. My home is very long and narrow and has certainly at first given me some design challenges on how to break up and use a space that is so long and narrow. So I have created a lot of seating areas for the way that my family needs to utilize the space. Of course, here you see the other fireplace in the home. I added this really great neutral stacked stone with a shiplap on top. Again, I really enjoyed working on my mantles this year, doing something completely different than I've ever done before. Really kind of going all out. Lots of burgundies, deep reds, and golds is the theme that I had throughout the home this year. And I will be excited to incorporate this next year as well. Usually I have art and layered the mantle with different vintage mirrors, but I thought this wooden stag's head, just the simplicity of having that up there with a mantle that has so much going on, was the perfect accessory. Off of the living room is my bedroom, which I will share in a little bit later on the tour. You can see a sneak peek there, more wallpaper. This home was built in the early 80s, 1981 to be specific. And a lot of these walls were closed off and not open. There was a lot of disjointed rooms. So I opened them up to create more flow so that we could easily move throughout the home, but still kept their individual spaces to keep with the character of the home. Another more slimline tree in the living room. And one of my favorite areas is the seating nook that I've created at the end of our very long and narrow living room. So I just divided up the space by using this modern streamlined console table and pairing it with these great striped chairs. I get a lot of questions about these. These were from the Emily and Merritt collection for Pottery Barn. I've had them for over 7 years now. I have not been able to find them recently. But I created the seating area to look into the kitchen I love to cook and to entertain, so while I'm in the kitchen, I can still have friends and family and guests seated there, and I'm able to interact and talk with them. This pedestal table is a very sweet moment that I really enjoy. Again, kind of giving some division from the living room into the kitchen. This piece of marble came from a men's clothing store in downtown Houston that has since closed. They used to use it for a display. And then I found this great clawfoot pedestal base on Facebook Marketplace. It was completely covered in white paint, so I stripped it down and restored it, and then added the marble tabletop. I've used lots of greens, burgundies throughout the home for Christmas this year. Off of the living room is the kitchen, which is truly the heart of our home, as it is for most people. As most of you know through my past home tours, my home flooded in 2017 during Hurricane Harvey. We lost everything. And this piece of granite, our island, is the only item I was able to salvage from the flood. For it's quite special that I was able to salvage that, and we still have a piece of our old home with us now, especially because this is where we gather every night. This is where my kids and I eat dinner. This is where we do homework. We do have another seating area on the other side of the kitchen. I love this little dining nook over here. We will use this when we have Christmas or Thanksgiving, where we're hosting lots of family and friends. It has great built-in seating, which also has storage underneath. And one of my favorite antiques in the home are these gorgeous ladder back chairs that I have from France, passed down to me by somebody special, so they mean even so much more. I think they just give so much character. When I decorate for Christmas, I don't do a traditional tablescape. I leave everything more casual, so where you can just grab a plate. We usually will serve up anything family style, and so just kind of leave it casual, and you can bring your plate and sit wherever you like. Again, lots of greenery, lots of rustic elements, lots of burgundy this year carried throughout the home. And then off of the kitchen through a sweet pocket door is my home office. You'll see I use a lot of moody green colors. This is another favorite of mine. It's called Roycroft Bronze Green by Sherwin-Williams. I think it's the best brownish green. Again, I have a lot of collections. I love to collect vintage ribbons, and I store it here for the holiday season. This year I wanted my office to have more of a nostalgic feeling, so I incorporated that with these vintage Santas that I collect. I've made my home office quite cozy. I spend a lot of time in here. So I wanted it to be a cozy spot where not only I can work, but I can also unwind. This room is chock full of antiques, most of which I have found at Round Top, my favorite place on earth. It's like my Disney World. I travel there every fall and spring to attend the largest antique show in the world. And I don't think there has ever been a time where I haven't come home with something. Off of the living room is my bedroom. This is a project I took on about a year and a half ago, I would say. I had a really light gray color in here, and I knew that I wanted to go for a really dark and moody aesthetic, which, as you can tell from all of my tours, is my vibe. I'm in a wallpaper era. As I mentioned, I absolutely adore wallpaper. This is a dahlia pattern from Finest Wallpaper. And I took the moody colors from the wallpaper and used a paint color by Sherwin-Williams called Dark Room. And I painted all the trim and the ceiling as well. I get a lot of questions about my nightstands. I absolutely love them. They are really deep two-drawer dressers, actually, that I got from a vintage antique shop not too far from where I live many years ago, and unfortunately it has since closed down. One of my favorite things to do is to layer texture and pattern. You can see that I've done that with all of the bedding. And I also love mixing high-end pieces with really affordable pieces. The checkered throw is from Shop Amber Interiors, but the comforter in the white and brown floral is a new find that I got at Walmart, actually. This room is filled with lots of antiques, as all of the rooms in my home are. And then off of my bedroom, this was a big project that I took on after the flood. This room saw the most structural changes that I did. And I carried that same dark paint color, Dark Room by Sherwin-Williams again, into the bathroom. I love these above mount sinks. They're a shallow above mount sink, so it's not too high up for me or the kiddos to reach. I also love a great gallery wall and incorporate antique and vintage pieces of art with pieces of art that I get at Target, honestly. One of my favorite features in this room is the wood paneled wall, adding more rustic texture. I also get a lot of questions about this sofa. This is called an apartment sofa, so it's small in scale. Had it covered in a performance fabric since it was in a bathroom, so it could withstand water, spills, high traffic. Overall, I love how this room turned out. I love all the vintage pieces and antiques incorporated in the room. An abundance of pattern, texture. I know it's not for everyone, but it is for me. And I absolutely love unwinding in here at the end of the day. Another room that is quite popular that I get a lot of questions about on my Instagram channel is my laundry room. This is a sweet little room that I love to decorate. I have 3 very active and busy kiddos, so I find myself in here quite a bit. This ledge behind the washer and dryer was a DIY project that I did many years ago, and it is purely for aesthetics so that I can decorate it. When I first moved into the home 10 years ago, the space right here was completely empty. So I added floor to ceiling storage with a countertop that I use as like a folding table. But mainly what I do is just decorate it instead. This is a really fun space that I don't share a lot on my Instagram page, but this is our family game room. Redoing this room was a gift to my kiddos last year. This space has been many things to us over the years. It's been a home office, It's been a gym. It's been a storage space. And most notably, after we flooded back in 2017, while our home was being repaired and rebuilt, we lived up here for a year. It used to have old tile, wood paneling, and a wet bar. And one of the things that I did that really transformed this space was adding this bathroom. This was a big project last year. One of the best investments that I could have made in the home. So none of this existed. And there was a wet bar where the sink was. And now we have a full-size bath, which is great for the kids when cousins come over, friends sleep over, because this room is on the complete opposite side of the house. It has its own stairway. And now the kids can be up here and be comfortable and have quick accessibility to shower, restroom. So I painted it, took out the old built-ins, added the bathroom, arcade games. This is where we have our family tree with all of the family ornaments from years past. A place for games or to eat if they want to. Movies. My son will play his Xbox up here as well. But overall, it's just a really great family space. The kids can run around. There's plenty of room. The Pop-A-Shot will fold up, and so the room behind the couch was left open, because the great thing about these bean bags is not only are they seating, but when you unzip them and take the covers off, there is a full-size memory foam mattress. So we will lay those out on the floor, and the kiddos have somewhere to sleep, to get comfortable. Like I said, watch a movie, hang out. Again, this is the same brownish green color that I have used throughout the home, Roycroft Bronze Green. I have it in several rooms throughout the house. But I am really happy with the way that this room turned out, and have a lot of joy when I see my kids up here hanging out and having fun and just having their own space where they are free to be loud, to make a mess. So this is our family game room. This is an area upstairs outside of my children's rooms. I have used the space to display artwork that's sentimental that I have collected and given them to my kids as gifts over the years. And this landing area leads into one of my daughter's bedrooms. I don't believe I've shared any of my kids' rooms on the home tour before. My daughter loves the Nutcracker. We have a tradition. We go every year, my two daughters and I. and I had asked the kids what kind of theme they wanted to decorate their room for Christmas in, and she mentioned nutcrackers, so I surprised my daughters by decorating their rooms for Christmas this year. In her room, you will see some more wallpaper. We took on this project several years ago. All of the board and batten on the walls, trimming out the doors, hanging the wallpaper. I did all of this myself. She wanted a secret garden theme is what we came up with. So that is a print from Rifle Paper Company. And then the paint color is a great neutral. It's called Pinky Beige by Sherwin-Williams. And this is my sweet girl's room. And then down the hallway is another one of my children's bedrooms. This belongs to my middle daughter. Her name is Nina. She loves all things pink, preppy pink, she will tell you. She is my creative child. Lots of arts, crafts, paints, everything happening in this room. Another pink room. Although I don't recall the shade of pink. It's different than my other daughter's room. And down the hallway, my son was not overly excited about having his room decorated for Christmas, so that tree is the extent of his Christmas decorations, that's fine. I changed out his bedding, added some cozy layers. He is a 13-year-old boy, so it is definitely okay that he didn't want his room decorated for Christmas. Loves all things sports, loves to be outdoors, does enjoy fishing, pickleball. This is definitely the only white room in the house. I let them choose their own paint colors, and he wanted white. Not my choice. I would have definitely picked a moody dark color, but this is what he wanted. And then down at the end of the hall, this room is reclaimed attic space. The original homeowner had converted this into a bedroom, and we use this as a multi-purpose space. The kids call this room the sewing room. Although I don't sew as much as I used to. I used to make all of their Halloween costumes, that sort of thing. Now this is more where I craft, I paint. I have it set up right now to gift wrap. Pull out sofa for friends come over to stay the night or our cousins visit, the kids will like to come in here and hang out and watch movies. For me, it's a great place to sneak off and get away and get creative.
I hope you all enjoyed Kim's beautiful Christmas home tour this year. Make sure you guys check out her Instagram account in the links down below and watch all of her previous videos. You guys will just love it. And I will see you guys tomorrow in our next video. Bye, friends.